Yeah, hey there, Mark. First and foremost, just wanted to send along condolences. We haven't had a chance to talk to you since everything. Just hope you're doing well.
Yes, I'm holding up all right. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so just for you, what have these last 3 weeks been like, and just how have you been able to handle everything the way you have?
It's been horrible, honestly. It's definitely been hard, but just being around these great people at this school, my family holding me strong. It's just nothing without these people here. So they holding me and they making me strong.
Yeah, and for those of us who didn't get to know your dad, just what do you want people to remember about him or know about who he was?
He was just a great guy, funny, loving husband, loving father, loving friend, brother. Just an overall great person.
Next, we'll go to Matt Shadell at Kane Sport. Matt.
Yeah, hey Mark, my condolences as well. Obviously, I talked to your dad quite a bit when you're being recruited, so it hit me kind of hard too. Um, so let's talk a little football. So you guys obviously had a bye week now, coming off a loss, trying to get back on track. Can you talk a little bit about just sort of like how the team used the bye week, maybe the mentality of the team heading into this next game?
Oh yeah, we most definitely we use the bye week in our advantage, just, obviously resting our bodies, getting, some of that season toll off. And we know that last game we didn't play like what we were supposed to play like. It was overall bad from coaching, offense, defense. Like we all knew that as together. So moving forward, we just want to, pick up the urgency and everything that we do. And that's what we have to continue to do in order to win.
Next, we'll go to Adam Lichtenstein of the Sun Sentinel. Adam.
Hey, Mark. Just like everyone else, want to share my condolences and thoughts with you and your family. Um, just, with how you guys played against Georgia Tech, like you said, didn't play the way you guys wanted to. How much did you guys use the bye week to kind of like refocus and kind of re-motivate yourselves, I guess?
Well, one thing Coach Cristobal wanted us to do, well, he made it an emphasis in winning the bye week, and I believe we did that. Like I said, resting our bodies, but also getting our mental right as well, moving forward, how we want to just attack every other game, especially this one. So that's that.
We'll do a few more for Mark. We'll go back to Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan.
Yeah, hey, and Mark, just how do you feel the running game has sort of come together over the last month or so? It seemed like start of the Cal game, you guys were able to get things going, and then it seems like you guys really started to get some chemistry together and get things clicking a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We've been picking it up. We're just trying to help Cam out as much as we can. I mean, he's amazing. Mr. Magic. But football, you got to run the ball, and that's just what we're picking up, and we're going to continue to do that well.
And then just looking at Wake Forest this weekend, just what stands out about them on film and what are going to be some of the challenges you guys might be facing?
Um, well, they're a great team, honestly. Great defense. They play very well together. They have like one of the leading tacklers at safety in the ACC. I mean, we just got to come out and just play hurricane football. We have to move fast, and we got to just not start slow at all. Start slow is dead. We got to start fast and finish fast.
We'll go back to Adam Lichtenstein of the Sun Sentinel. Adam.
Hey again. So one of the issues the defense had against Georgia Tech was just struggling to stop the run. So just how have you seen them when going against them in practice? How have you seen them improve, or have they changed anything in the run defense?
I believe it was a communication problem, and I know they just needed to refocus and get some things together. I'm not a defensive guy, but as far as I can see it, talking to my teammates, they just needed to communicate better, and that's what they're working on.
Awesome, Mark. We appreciate your time and good luck on Saturday.
I appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Mark.
Hey Ruben, how are you?
Good to you.
Good, good. So obviously, you guys had some trouble stopping the run against Georgia Tech 2 weeks ago. What are some of the things that you guys have worked on the defensive side just to try to, kind of get back into form?
Well, we're just doing what we do, communication and execution. That's really it. That's what we spent the whole bye weekend. Well, this week, working on communication execution.
I guess can you kind of go into a little more detail about like how you guys work on communication, like what you guys like are doing to improve that?
We're just talking to each other, make sure we get all extra stuff we need to do. Listen to our coaches. Echo on what the coaches say.
Next, we'll go to Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan.
Yeah, hey Ruben, sort of piggyback off that. Do you feel like the bye week came at a good time? The fact you guys had an extra week to sort of reset, get refreshed, and have a little bit of extra time to figure out some of those issues?
Well, yeah, I think so. We did what we did, and we fixed it, and we had like a good amount of time. I mean, we had 4 weeks, then a bye week, I think another 4 weeks and another bye week. So the schedule's planned out pretty good.
Next, we'll go to Matt Shadell of Kane Sport. Matt.
Yeah, hey Ruben, can you just talk a little bit about what you see in Wake Forest's offense and the challenge they give you guys?
They got a real good veteran O line, and a real good running back. Quarterback, she's pretty good too. Both of them actually, and they work together. You got to stay real patient with them guys. They play like a different style of football, and it works. So just gotta stay disciplined.
We'll go back to Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan.
Yeah, hey again, Ruben. With Elijah Alston potentially being able to come back, whether this week or next week, just when slash if he does return, what does he bring to the defensive line to help to give you guys a boost?
That's another great edge rusher. I mean, a lot of versatility in him because he can play both field and jack. So I mean, we just got more rotation. I mean, that's the strong part of our defense, the D line particularly. We can rotate guys in and out and just do that all game, no matter what spot it's at. And it's just another body we can rotate with. It's a great play.
And then just your guys' mindset. Obviously, you guys had the loss. You're trying to shake it off. With 2 weeks left, everything's still to play for in front of you. Just what is the mentality as you guys head into these final two games, knowing you guys do what you need to do? You still have your guys' goals in front of you.
They're going 1-0. I mean, a loss doesn't stop anything. It's the same mindset we had from the first game, even to the last game. 1-0 every week, no matter what we do. We're going to try to go 1-0.
Anything else for Ruben? Awesome, Ruben. We appreciate your time and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Andy is C2. Congratulations, my guy.
Thank you.
I just I know you've been longing for this. How does it feel to be a finalist for the Lou Groza Award?
Feels great. Obviously that's like a kicker's Heisman. But it feels great. All the other kickers on there are great, and I'm friends with a couple of them too. So that's even better. Just get to compete on a national stage with a whole bunch of other great kickers and friends. And my mom actually mentioned yesterday that I've been a semifinalist all 4 years. So that's also a good accomplishment there.
I also wanted to ask you, I know I've seen Jose on the sideline supporting you throughout the season. He seems so proud of you. How important is it, or how great is it to have your brother's support throughout this journey at Miami?
Feels great. I mean, having him, kind of guide me through college. He's been through it. He was there for 5 years, 4 at FIU, 1 at Miami. And obviously that 1 year at Miami, he won the Luke Rosa. So he knows what it takes to be the best, and whatever he tells me, like I'm all ears. And that's been ever since I was little. He's my big brother, and he's also my idol. So
next we'll go to Matt Shadell at Kane Sport. Matt.
Yeah, hey Andy, wanted to just ask you about senior day. Like you said, you've been a semifinalist for 4 years. That means you've been around a little bit. Is it going to be mixed emotions for you on Saturday?
Definitely. Before the game, I'll be locked in, and then once I do my senior walk, be a little bittersweet, because it's exciting. It's my last game at Hard Rock, but also again, it's my last game at Hard Rock. So as a University of Miami player, hopefully I'm able to play at that stadium the next level. But just having it being that it's my last home game, and it's been my home stadium for the past 4 years. It's a little bittersweet. So probably a couple tears. You never know.
Next, we'll go to Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan.
Yeah, hey Andy, sort of to piggyback off of that, over your 4 years at what have you learned the most about yourself and where have you seen yourself grow the most?
What I learned the most about myself is how much pressure and just all like of the talk like I can take. Like over these past 4 years, I had that one kick that I don't like talking about my freshman year. And that kind of helped me mature a lot faster. Um, and obviously I wouldn't change anything these past 4 years of how everything unfolded. Um, but yeah, like it shaped me just to become more mature and just handle pressure situations a lot better than I did in high school, obviously. And how I changed myself, like body wise. I mean, I came in at 140, now I'm at 195, so that can explain a lot.
And then also, obviously, you guys lost the game at Georgia Tech, had the bye week. Now you guys are getting back, you still have everything ahead of you. How do you feel the team handled the bye week? And what's the mindset, what's the mentality as you guys head into Wake Forest on Saturday?
I feel like we handled the bye week perfectly. We're locked in, we're competing at practice. Our mindset going into this game is kind of just like we're locked in. We know what we left on the table, and we know where we went wrong. Because at the end of the day, like it's about us. So we kind of just focused on what we were doing wrong, um, or what we did wrong that game, and now we just put the pieces back together and get back to it.
We'll do a few more for Andy. Next, we'll go to Tim Reynolds of the Associated Press. Tim.
Andy, good afternoon. I was going to say good morning. I jumped on a little bit late, so I apologize. But your mom has been through one senior day already. Your family has been through one senior day already here. I'm curious how she feels about going through this for a second time.
She's definitely gonna cry. I'm the youngest, so as the last one. But she's been great. My parents have been great. They've been supporting me and my brother and my sister, forever. So it's been amazing. I couldn't ask for a better mother. Sorry about that.
And a quick follow up. Mario said this week that they consider you the best kicker in the country. The Groza let's be honest, it's kind of a popularity contest more than anything else. There's no real rhyme or reason to the voting, but what would it mean to you to win that? Thank you.
It'd mean a lot. I like it would be, obviously the second ever Lou Groza in history, and also it'd be first time that two brothers win it ever. So, and it would just mean a lot. Obviously, if I don't win it, it is what it is. But if I do, it would mean a lot. Just having that type of history with our last name is different.
Anything else for Andy? Andy, we appreciate your time making this happen, and good luck on Saturday.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, hey Cam, thanks for taking the time. So I wanted to ask you what sort of leadership role you've specifically taken on off a loss with this team over the bye week. How on point have you had to make your fellow teammates, or were they already basically like they already knew what went wrong, what had to be done?
It's kind of both. Everybody already knew. I mean, the way how we like the game 2 weeks ago, it really like you could see the stuff that we really had to work on. Like we've been lacking it for pretty much a lot of the past couple games. But we finally got exposed.
wins hide a lot of stuff, but it doesn't hide everything. So we got better at what we need to get in the bye week right after the game. So no, we just trying to go get the dub this week.
Next, we'll go to Adam Lichtenstein of the Sun Sentinel. Adam.
Hey Cam, how's it going?
Good.
Good. So kind of in a similar vein, obviously it's easy for things to be going well when you're winning every game. You said after the game you faced adversity really for the first time. How did you see, I guess, the whole team kind of handle the loss mentally and kind of like absorb it and kind of move on?
You gotta be able to take coaching, be coachable, be able to take constructive criticism. So that's really it. Which the main thing is the main theme. We're trying to win football games. We're trying to control our destiny. And we just gotta come out with have high urgency. That's something that we didn't have 2 weeks ago. But we got better. We're better in practice. We're practicing hard. So a lot of stuff to practice translates to the field. So we just got to keep on doing the little things like we've been doing on both sides of the ball, and hopefully get a win this week.
Like you mentioned, I mean, you guys do still control your own destiny, still control a trip to the ACC title game and a potential playoff trip. Does the fact that now there's really no room for error, kind of like you said, kind of help you guys kind of lock in?
Say that last part again.
Just the fact that basically there's no real room for error at this point, because you still control your own destiny, but another loss would probably mean no trip to the ACC title game, no playoff trip. Does the fact that there's no real room for error anymore, does that help you guys kind of lock in?
Um, we're gonna be locked in regardless. We're not really worried about no room for error because you play like that, you mess up. Even when you play good, you're gonna mess up at some point. So that has no meaning to us. At the end of the day, you're gonna win or lose football games, so it don't really matter to worry about stuff that's for next week or the week after. So we just gonna put one foot in front of the other. Keep grinding. Try to keep winning games.
Next, we'll go to Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan.
Yeah, hey Cam. Saturday, senior day. I know you've been here for only 1 year and you still have games left to play, but when you look back at your time so far, what has stood out the most to you about what you've learned about yourself, how you've grown? How would you sum up your season here?
I think it's been fun. It's been an exciting journey. My teammates welcome me in. I mean, they really really pushed me to who I am as a person and player right now. And I just don't want to end. I mean, the coaching staff we have, the facility that we have, the support staff. I mean, it's all been good, but it's just exciting to see what we're doing. Just as a whole, especially as a team. But I think like at this time of the year, like we just gotta keep being us. Being the same team that we've been weeks 1 through 10. And so forth. And we got a good locker room, good guys, and we just all that stuff goes into trying to win the football game. So we just gonna remain focused and just continue to love on one another.
And then with Wake Forest this weekend, just what stands out about them on defense? What might be some challenges you guys may be facing on Saturday?
I think just things they do with the safety position. 45, he's one of the leading tacklers in the ACC. He's a good player. Their D line is good. So Wake Forest don't get a lot of credit, just because of their name, but they're a good football team. So we're gonna try to play our brand of football, be physical. We got to execute plays first through fourth down if we need all four. You just got to continue getting first downs on offense. So you do first downs, all that stuff add up. Get you some touchdowns. Put ourselves in a position to win.
We'll do a few more for Cam. Next, we'll go to Andrea Adelson of ESPN. Andrea.
Cam, when you went back and watched the tape from Georgia Tech on third and fourth down, were you able to kind of pinpoint some of the things that maybe didn't go right that you guys can adjust headed into the rest of the season?
Yeah, that was a key reason why we weren't great on offense. We were terrible on third down. We were actually average on third down. They were 1 for 4 on fourth down, terrible on fourth down. So Those are the key downs of a drive. First, second down, they have a little bit, but third down is the biggest play of the drive. So you got to continue to continue drives. You got to be able to make plays, and we didn't do that. On my end, as a whole, we weren't consistent, but we got better at it, and that's the challenge I was looking forward to this week. We have to be good on third downs, make plays in the run game, make plays in the pass games, and third downs win football games.
And one more, if I could, you said that you've had a lot of good urgency in practice. Maybe that was something that you didn't have against Georgia Tech. Why do you think that is, that you didn't have that urgency against them?
I think our urgency is always good. I think it's more so of the little things that we lacked on film. It started to carry over, and just when you lose it, it truly exposes, like it's been like a lingering going on for a long time, but you finally get exposed because of the loss. So I think it's one of those. But you gotta remember that we trying to get right every day, and so the urgency that we had doesn't change for no matter who we play, because we know every team in this country is beatable. So I think just this week just been on a different level.
We'll do the last two for Cam. We'll go to Azubi Charles at Kane Sport, and then Daryl Streeter of Caneville. Azubi, we'll start with you.
What's going on, Cam? On a bit of a lighter note, I saw this past weekend you got the offensive linemen a whole bunch of change with their numbers and things like that. Just talk about that, whole situation. How cool is it to, give back to those guys that have been, protecting you this year?
It's cool, especially that's the reason why we're one of the best offenses in the country. And people who really don't know anything about football may think it's the receivers, the running backs, quarterbacks, but at the end of the day, it's the O-line. If you don't got a good O-line, you ain't doing nothing on offense. That's the reality of it. And the relationships that I have with them, the relationship they have with each other. I mean, it's one of the best lines in the country. They show it every Saturday. They're the pass off game. They're the run. They're the run block in the run game. They can pull when we had to. We do counter and stuff like that. So we just got a room full of good dudes and good players. So everything that the O line is getting this year, from what they're gonna get at the end of the season award wise, we're not helping them get. I mean, it's smooth because they all deserve it.
We'll wrap up for Cam with Daryl Streeter of Caneville. Daryl?
Okay, let's stay there for a second. So with the change that you gave them, when did you decide to do it? And were there other presents you thought about giving them, like maybe cars, or I don't know, like, was there anything else you thought about giving them that was on the table?
I've been trying to work on the change since it was August, July-ish. Like it was like the start of the season. But just how long it takes, it finally got finished now. So I knew it was coming at some point. But cars, I mean, the cars they drive, they good. They don't need me. They don't need me to get them no car. Especially some of them, they got the fast cars. So they all good, man. But them boys, they deserve it. They can get a little bit more. They know we just be chilling. They know I'm always bless them.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, Cam. We appreciate your time and good luck on Saturday.
All right, John. Thank you.
Thank you.